Welcome to Real Estate Without Agents, the playbook for homeowners of the information age. I'm Rock, Florida. This is the show for homeowners who don't just own property, but steward it. People who believe preparation beats panic, truth beats tradition, and responsibility beats delegation. I'm a recovering real estate and business broker, investor, and lifelong student of alternative strategies and tactics. This content exists for one reason: to educate and empower homeowners of the information age with timeless principles and ultra modern methods so you can treat your home like an asset, protect your equity, and represent yourself lawfully and confidently. This isn't about rebellion, it's about being prepared. Each episode is a short, practical, and designed to give you real tools you can use immediately. If you see your home not just as an address, but as an asset entrusted to your care, you're exactly who this show was built for. Let's get to work. Why this content exists. This content exists because I learned these lessons the hard way. Over more than 2 decades inside the real estate industry, I watched families step into the largest financial transaction of their lives, carrying more fear than facts. And that always bothered me. Not because people were careless, not because they were lazy, but because no one ever stopped and said, here's how this actually works. Instead, homeowners were handed a script, a set of assumptions, and a quiet understanding that they should just trust the process. I watched good people give up 5 figures at closing simply to be done with it. You've probably heard it before. Maybe you've even said it yourself. I just want this to be over. That sentence is expensive. This content exists to make sure you never have to say it blindly. There was a moment early in my career that never left me. I was sitting at a closing table with a seller, solid people, responsible, organized. They had done everything they were told to. The settlement statement slid across the table. The husband stopped talking. He stared at a couple line items longer than most people would admit. Then he looked up and asked calmly, so, this is just what it costs? No anger, no accusation, just resignation. And I remember thinking, no, this is what it costs when you don't know what questions to ask. There's a lot of difference between hearing 6% and $24,000. Dollars hurts a lot more than percent. But they hadn't paid for work. They had paid for not being taught. That was the moment I realized most homeowners aren't losing money because they make bad decisions. They're losing money because decisions are being made for them inside a system they were never invited to understand. Who am I and why I see it this way? Before real estate, I served in the United States Army. That training wires you a certain way. Precision matters, preparation matters, and assumptions get people hurt. You don't move fast unless you know where you're going, and you don't act unless you understand the terrain. I'm also a man of faith. I believe everything we've been given: time, property, opportunity, resources is not owned outright. it's entrusted. And stewardship isn't passive. It's intentional, it's disciplined, and sometimes it means slowing down when the world is telling you to rush. In my life, I've taken 2 oaths and 1 vow. The vow is a covenant with my wife. The oaths became a hybrid. The first was to defend the United States Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And the other was taken in my former profession in a trade organization to protect and promote my clients' interests above my own, above my brokerage, and above the industry. This content is how I continue to live inside those oaths. There was a time when homeowners truly needed an agent to function. They needed someone to find buyers, access listings, control information, handle every step. That world no longer exists. Today, homeowners can market globally from their phone, access public records instantly, hire inspectors, appraisers, attorneys, and photographers directly, and educate themselves faster than any previous generation. But here's what hasn't changed. Good decisions still require process. Preparation still creates leverage. And ignorance is still expensive. The modern homeowner does not need permission. They need frameworks. That's what this content is all about. And who is this for? This show is not anti-agent. It's pro-homeowner. It's for people who want to protect their equity, reduce their stress in the process, understand the rules before playing the game, and pass down skill sets, not just stories. If you decide to use professionals, that's fine. Just do it from strength, not surrender. In episode 2, we're going to step back and look at history, not the sanitized version, the useful one. How real estate brokerages actually formed, why compensation models look the way they do, and which rules are structural and which are inherited habits. Once you understand where these rules came from, you'll never hear "that's just how it's done" the same way again. This content is the front porch. The Real Estate Without Agents Masterclass is the tool shed, and coaching is where we walk the land together. No pressure, no hype, just clarity, systems, and principles that work. I'm Rock, Florida. This is Real Estate Without Agents. We'll see you in episode 2.